So welcome to the next update of me building this indie app for the App Store. So a little bit later on a Sunday now. Saturday's already happened. I've been doing this every week, haven't I? So I kind of sum it up at the weekend of how things have gone. And nothing much has happened over the weekend. I did a couple of little bits over the week, but this morning, well, Saturday and Sunday were busy days. To go sort out family to the airport and stuff like that. And I just was tired and I just wanted to just relax a little bit, which maybe I'll talk about that as we code because I want to do this video a little bit differently just because I'm kind of doing a little bit at the end of the weekend. So I'm not going to be stopping and starting with different things that I'm doing. Maybe just keep filming and just talk as I go. Um, but yeah, I'm just doing a little bit now. So I thought I'd just record this and it just committed me just to doing something to so I could put a video up like I kind of committed myself to. So yeah, that's basically it. Progress wise, where we're at is if I boot up the simulator and run this, we're at the end of all of the data entry into the app. And I'll bring that simulator up. Let's have a look. You can see it on here. If I was from this right. Yeah, like that. So we've got the dates, we've got an indicator to show when there's entries, and we have the events, okay, that now show on there. And now we can add behavior, and I populated this view, which we can be able to do this sort of thing with it, okay? So my next thing is I have a save button, and it dismisses the view, but what I need to do now is just link up the last function just to make sure that it saves and everything gets put in where it should get put in. And then afterwards, I'm going to design this view here. So this is the moment it's showing default if there's no behavior. Well, I haven't designed the other side of the view yet. So I just need to make something just to show the behavior as we go, basically as it's entered. So we can go on to that. I don't think I'm going to indicate whether behavior is entered on a day though, because I feel like that should be something that's just continually done anyway. So a specific indicator might not be needed, but we'll see. We'll come back to that when it gets into it. So this is, let's just get this save function done on here. So I've got the dismiss on here. And where is the function? Oh yeah, I haven't even entered it at all. Okay, cool. Right, that's fine. So yeah, so this weekend kind of fell into a little bit of a balancing act that I kind of find hard to grade of whether what's the right thing and the wrong thing to do, if there is such a thing, or really specifically in my case anyway, of just trying to figure out whether I should when to push it and when to stop. So obviously I'm working the full week and sometimes I have to go in early, sometimes I don't. So I get to sort of do a little bit during the lunch break and I get to code a little bit before I go to work. But it comes to the weekend and sometimes it's been a long night or it's been a long just week. And it comes to Saturday, the alarm goes off. I always set the alarm to be off, come on early, but sometimes I decide, yeah, come on, I'm going to push this. I'm going to get up. I'm going to code. I'm going to do something. And then other times, like this weekend, I just didn't. I was just like, look, I could really do with that extra hour, hour and two maybe of sleep. I just need to rest, just recuperate because both are important. Sometimes it's important to push past those feelings and to keep building. But at the same time, it's also important to balance things out, get some rest and everything. So I find it a hard one to balance out, and probably if you're watching this, I'm sure you've got opinions either way on this subject. But yeah, it's a hard one to grade what's the best for long term and just overall health, and also the pushing of you know the product to get this finished and to get the app out there. So yeah, I find it a hard one to sort of understand of where it's. Yeah, of where to push. Yeah. So the saving behavior function, when you press save, is going to do two things on here. So first of all, it's going to dismiss the view with an environment variable. So it dismisses the view and goes back to the main view. The other part it does is I've set up temporary values just to hold what's being done in the view when everyone selects everything. And then what it will do is it will create an entry of the day's behavior. It will put all those values inside, and then that gets pushed into them and inserted into the model context, which is the Swift data model for how you know, of where it's contained and where the app accesses it from. So that's really what this save function is going to do. And I don't know how I want the new view on the front to display entered values. Because it needs to be easily read, but there's only a small bit of room really. I'm wondering if just literally just text out there might be what has to happen. So it will read it from Swift data, it will match that to the date, and then it will populate that view with the behavior for that day. Yeah. I think I might just do it in plain text just for the moment. Maybe make it headline and then caption kind of thing and see how that looks. And then maybe edit it a little bit. I just don't want to create bigger views with like I've gone with a lot of this design with like a background rectangle, rounded rectangle with a piece of like pastel color of some kind, and then the stuff on the front. But if I do that on this, I think it's just going to take too much room. You have to scroll through it. It doesn't make it as easily readable. And I still want it to not take up more room than it does already because I want the priority to be on the calendar. But yeah, I wonder. We'll see what it looks like when we get there, eh? So yeah, let me put that on there, and then we'll go from there. I finished the function. So now, if we do this, I've entered Saturday's one, and we have this. Now, issue is I did an enum as an int with what the values are, whether they're nothing, low, high, and etc. It's at the moment, I've got it here putting down the description, which is what's the enum gives me the string value of this, but it's not doing it. So I'm going to have a little look at what that is. It's just giving me the number, which is not going to make any use to the user, which is cool. Not cool. I need to change that. So let's have a look at what's going on with that. I'm going to find out. Oh, I was tuning to Post Malone's Tiny Desk concert as well, by the way. Just when I was doing that, I thought it was all right. It's a cool little vibe just to code to. I try not to listen to too much music that has words to it because it just completely distracts me. I end up just listening to sort of like um, just sort of background noise, like a coffee shop noise, or maybe some sort of like lo-fi kind of music or something that hasn't got tech words to it. But this is it's been all right. I haven't found myself typing any lyrics yet, so that's a good thing. Right, so I'm gonna try and look at why this is not printing that, and I'm gonna get back to you. But that's the next thing. So to just troubleshoot that, I'm gonna try and get it to align as well to the side, and that'll be that view kind of done. And then I need to just change it because at the moment I've got it set up that the view you navigate to it from a button saying about enter the behavior. Okay. And then it creates that value. Now I just need to modify the view of if you edit a behavior. So you've already got behaviors added and you go, oh, I need to edit that for whatever reason. And it needs to basically better populate the view with the data and then, yeah, passing that behavior. And then you can resave it. So that will be the next thing to do. And saying that, I probably need to do that to the entries as well. I don't think I've done that. I need to just change it so I can edit an entry as well as enter one. Yeah, I'll look at that next as well. So yeah, that's where at the moment. I'm just gonna carry on. I'm going to listen to some more Post Malone, Tiny Desk singing, and then we'll be back in just a moment. We're back again, and I've been able to figure out what is going on. Um, so what I'd done was I was actually calling. So the way that Enum works that I have for my behavior levels is actually an int that basically then has a description um, in the int to basically pull up what the values are for us to read, but also the ints for the enum to read from the programming side of things inside the program. I was calling a description on the int, so it was reading the number and using that as the string. Whereas in this case, I'm actually just simply doing the description from the value itself, if that makes sense. So that is how that's fixed. We're now looking like, if I just run this simulator again. Right, here we go. Simulator. So I've got this value here. If I pull across, we now have it all displayed in here with low, medium, low, medium, low, and obviously there'll be others high and yeah, high and like none or not applicable. So that's what we've got there. It's aligned to the side, as you said, on the lead-in, but I mean, it gives the information that you want, but I think that it could be, well, I say think, it definitely could be portrayed in a much better way. I'm not entirely sure how, so I've only got a limited area there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to leave this as it is for now, but I need to add an edit button to this on the side, so, or underneath. Anyway, I've got to figure that bit out, and that's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm going to have to do. But what I'll do is I'm going to sign off this video now, just because I've done some, and I'm going to load this as it is. I don't know how much more I'm going to do, so save being half finished on any of this stuff. I'll call it a day now, and then if I do anything, I'll just film it and talk about it and upload that for the next video, the next update. So obviously it's a shorter one, not necessarily crazy amounts of stuff done, but I'm glad I just managed to be able to do something today. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I made this commitment to making the videos to push me to do something, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have done anything. This definitely got left to the side. So yeah, this is good. So we're getting there slowly but surely, little bits of progress every time. It would be lovely to have a few days where I could actually just give time just to focus on this project, but it's just not the way that it's going to work. But that's okay. We work with what we've got. We've got other commitments. We do that. So yeah, we can all do it. And if you're in a similar situation and you're trying to build something around a 9 to 5 family, just commitments to life and stuff like that, then you can do it. You can do it, definitely. I'm finding that I can. It's just making those little moments count, and that's what you got to do. So if you are doing that, keep it up because you'll get there. You really will. And just build that idea out, build that project, and just see where it leads and see where it goes. And obviously, if you're watching this, then thank you for watching and for coming along with the ride. And we're going to see where this ends up. I hope somewhere good, but we'll see. Either way, it's going to be an adventure, going to learn, and yeah, it's a story to tell, isn't it, really? So, guys, everybody watching, I just want to say thank you. Um, Stay tuned for more stuff. If there's anything in particular that you want to see, then just comment below of what you want to see, and I'll just add it into the other videos. Because I'm kind of just winging it, really. And I plan on doing some more videos soon about just, you know, different aspects of this process and my own experiences, and maybe that will be helpful to some people. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, or yeah, any of the usual YouTube spiel. I feel like I'm waffling, so I'm going to go now. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again soon, hopefully.